Hello, Sonic the Hedgehog Classic Gamer fans. We are on the slopes towards glory. And in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, we're in the Ice Cap Zone, where for the one and only time in Classic Sonic, Sonic gets to snowboard down a slope.
And if you don't actually jump through there, you get more rings. In fact, I think you get, what is it, like 49 rings if you do that segment without inputting anything.
There may be a trade-off. Like, for example, it takes you longer to get through it. Speedrunners would know. They know everything. For the purposes of the snowboarding segment, that the only thing of consequence is, yes, the number of rings you stand to collect. You can't die, you can't get hurt, and you just have some fun, because it takes up about 30 seconds of the level in order to do.
Oh, frickin' ice orbinauts.
You almost got the rings. I did want to bring some closure to a conversation we have in the previous part as to what is the most dangerous segment of Sonic the Hedgehog, and Mr. Gerda had shared with me a video of a player getting stuck in the infamous pit hazard in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is effectively a way to shut down Super Sonic, because even Super Sonic, with his super ability to zippity beep bop around, he cannot escape the pit on his own power. However, I still hold that the Carnival Night Zone, the Carnival Night Zone hazard of the pillar of how do I do this and why am I stuck is more dangerous, because in Sonic 2, you have Tails as a backup, usually. So as long as you have access to a second controller, hell, you can even do it by yourself. You just have to grab Sonic and pull him out of the pit, and you'll be totally fine. And as I had argued and asserted, Tails cannot help you go through the Carnival Night Zone hazard.
There isn't an upper pathway from the spinning barrel of doom.
No, the spinning barrel of Zoom will indeed spell demise in a slow, torturous manner. Even with Super Sonic, you will listen to the stupid Sonic the Hedgehog 3 invincibility frame until you want to kill yourself.
Okay, so if you don't take this path form, this is actually an infinite vertical pit, right?
It is, yes, because you have to break through those pillars in order to break the cycle.
Okay.
There are many ways of tripping up players without actually tripping up players. More like, oh, we're not gonna slow you down. We're just gonna give you an infinite amount of ground to cover. Good luck. Now, if we look closely enough, we are coming up on a hidden bonus room that will allow us to get even more rings. Which I think is... Or am I remembering Knuckles' path? I'm probably remembering Knuckles' pathway. And now it is time for the Snowy Ghosty Robot of Doom!
Now, this is actually a recycled boss concept from Sonic 2, right?
That I don't know. Like, as far as the assets go, as in, like...
Not the assets itself, but the overall design, where it's one of Eggman's heavier mechs, and he's got effectively orbiting a orbiting bubble shield around it.
Oh, am I trying to go... Oh, no, I saw a flash of Blue Knuckles. I did not successfully reveal Blue Knuckles. He's there.
Okay.
You gotta pause at just the right frame, and that ridiculous image will forever be burned in your mind from childhood to the day you die.
Boink.
That Sonic is so cool that he's got imitators.
So Ice Cap is the track that specifically Michael Jackson was rumored to work on for so long, and then we had it confirmed that specifically one of Michael Jackson's producers was actually contacted for this title, right?
That Michael Jackson was considered to be the music producer, yes, and the game was... among a number of interesting things that this game is known for, that is probably the most interesting thing, was they almost signed the King of Pop in order to help him out. I mean, this game's got other cool stuff
now
going.
that you have the electric shield, you cannot actually do aerial supersonic.
That
there
penguin had unlocked my true power. Come, Tails, we have many penguins to defeat.
So what is the abandoned name for the penguin robot?
Man, I don't know. It's a freaking penguin. What other names do you need?
All the magnets have names.
Yeah, like Orbinite.
Like the Wasp is Buzz Bomber, and then there's a Scratch and Grounder. Grounder is specifically the mole.
Beware
the
of
crab is Crab
Robotnik.
Meat.
Crab Meat, yeah. Nice one up. Good grab. Now you're going to have to go backwards. And be careful not to hit those Dr. Robotnik boxes. They have no effect on Sonic right now because he's supersonic. But
yes, yeah, because the Dr. Robotnik boxes just deal damage to Sonic, so they don't actually affect Supersonic.
Correct. They do not cause death unless Sonic has 0 rings. But it is basically like touching an enemy or a spike. Or fire. Or other things that hurt, like getting frozen in ice. Get those rings and finish the level quickly. And watch out for those crusher hazards. They are just as dangerous.
Hey, Dr. Robotnik again.
The much easier iteration of the Dr. Robotnik boss fight when you're playing as Sonic, because his little ice machine is not quite as active as it is when you're playing as Knuckles.
Okay.
Great job, Tails.
The thing is, for this fight, we're fighting Egg Robo, right? When you're playing as Knuckles.
Right, we're fighting the roboticized version of Dr. Robotnik, the imposter, if you will.
Launch base zone.
The base. We gotta attack him at the base. Intruder detected. Because every time you go through those security visors, you're automatically summoning enemies who are gonna come swooping in. That bonus ring.
So are you just gonna spam Supersonic for the rest of the playthrough?
I mean, there's not much playthrough left. We only got like 15 minutes of gameplay before the credits.
Oh.
Supersonic will accelerate you.
So does Launch Base end with the fight against Big Arm here?
It does end with the fight against Big Arm, if Big Arm is indeed the one. Oh crap! Now we have to despawn the mechanism, and thankfully the level gives us enough room while also not getting crushed by those spikes. Some of them give you lots of height. Some of them give you not enough height. So those crushers will make you really careful about where you go when you're playing a Supersonic.
And swoosh!
For example,
does normal Sonic take damage from that impact?
Normal Sonic does not take damage from that impact. It's just it's just a way of the game putting Sonic off kilter. So you see, like, I mean, he's not how shall I put it? He's not Hercules. He has vulnerabilities. He can lose his balance. He can be made to feel uncomfortable. And I tell you what, nothing's gonna make Sonic feel uncomfortable like having fewer than 30 rings at any given time when you're Supersonic. Don't get lost now.
Well, you decided to take the lower path this time around, which is kind of weird.
Because we're coming up on a segment of Launch Bay Zone that is largely automated. And you have to go through the automated segments before... Oh, cancel it? Nah, we couldn't cancel Supersonic. It's alright.
Yeah, you didn't have enough rings to go into the special stage, so...
We may yet find some more rings. Getting stuck on those little rotating elevators also can cause you to lose a lot of rings. Will we find more in time? Oh crap, we are going backwards. Yep, we're boned. 5, 3, 2, 1. Bubble shield.
Hey, you picked up a fire shield at some point. Why hasn't that replaced your, Nah.
And so Sonic had revealed that entire time he was not wearing pants.
So did he end up in an Emperor's New Clothes situation?
Emperor's New Clothes. Sonic the Hedgehog, as a matter of fact, the only things that he's wearing are gloves and shoes. Okay, we're safe from death. Unfortunately, we are so far into the launch bay zone that we're not going to find enough rings. Hell, the only reason why we got 50 rings in the first place is because launch bay zone gives you effectively one last chance to finish getting the Chaos Emeralds. If, for example, you ended Ice Cap Zone with 6 of the Chaos Emeralds. That first bonus stage you find is wicked easy to get. There are almost no hazards on the way to it, and it's right next to the beginning of the level.
But it's not the only special ring in Launch Base.
That is correct. It's not the only one. It's just the other one, well, let's just say that it's so well hidden that I never found it. They're bonus rings. They're supposed to be well hidden. That Crusher is... Thank you for demonstrating exactly my point, Tails. Watch out for those ones. Wait a minute, this place looks familiar. Let's go for an elevator ride. I'm sorry, a Numo. Is it safe? Intruder detected. Intruder detected. I guess we missed him. Oh my science. Rings, please. Yeah.
So did she blind you with science, Mr. Cloud?
Science! Dr. Robotnik science. Mad scientist.
Here we go. This should be...
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Robotnik.
No, he's made it into my secret base. I must stop him at once. To the thinking egg.
Hi, Knuckles.
But bombs, are we? Knuckles the Echidna, I'm gonna call you Knuckles the Terrorist.
And then Tails pulls a rocket out of his ass.
Come join me in headbanging, Tails. He's finished his design.
We do actually have a Robotnik fight here. Okay.
Yes, the final mini-boss of Sonic the Hedgehog. This guy is somewhat difficult.
He doesn't look so bad so far.
The game gives you enough time with his attack animations that you can just go to the opposite side of the screen right before he retracts that mace attack of his. I'm pretty sure when you're playing as Knuckles, you have to fight 2 of them simultaneously. Yeah, alright, let's try hunting down Blue Knuckles again. This is
there
yeah! There he is.
We found Blue Knuckles.
It's freaking Blue Knuckles, bro. Like, it's so
and
random.
in the next episode, we will finish Sonic 3, everyone.
Just another accomplishment down. Now all we gotta do is take it to the finish line.